It is what it is. Oh, greedy. Guess that means I'm live. Are we live? Yes, we're live. What I need you all to do is just put any kind of comment in to move that up. Yeah, that advertisement went up to 50,000. Can you all see that advertisement in the comment box? If you can't, I understand. But if you can, or if you just could help me out, just make any comment to move it up because it is annoying as all get out. Yes, while I get the live popping, while I get the live popping in other locations. Hey, there we go. Are we getting live? Are we live? Yes, we are live. Greetings, salutations, Gracie. Greetings, salutations. How you doing? Where you at? What part of the world are you in? I know you. I think I still know. You're still where you were last time. I'm sure of that because you haven't left there yet. But greetings, salutations, everyone. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Come on in, get comfortable, and I have warned my regulars leaving Monday. Okay, leaving Monday. Um, yeah, I need to. My nephew come in. Too. To get a location for the cookie drop off. Cookie caper of 2025. The great cookie drop off of 2025. That's what I'm gonna call it. What's up, Joy? Greetings, greetings. Tonight, you laughing, joking, joke. You need to get them out the way in the first 5 minutes. The topic tonight is going to be serious. I'm going to be talking about how the United States government poisoned black people intentionally and have admitted it in St. Louis in the 1950s and 60s. I didn't realize how many people didn't know about this until recently when I was listening to people talk about it and they was acting like this was something new. So we're gonna watch a documentary. Sorry, I missed the last two lives. Been catching up on my sleep. Oh, that's what we blaming it on. What's up, Rain? Where you been, Rain? Rain. Jody Harris decides not to run, and you throw a party over the last couple of days. Sorry, I've been obsessively playing. Wait a minute, you've been playing Peak. You mean Peak is more important than the Revolution? I got you. Revolution is on hold. The Revolution will not be televised until after we finish watching Peak. Playing Peak. Yeah. Okay. Good evening. Well, tonight, my moderators, please understand I'm going to snap over jokey jokes tonight because I'm going to be talking about a serious topic. So, y'all let people know, read the room when they come in. If I have to read a comment and it's a jokey joke when I'm talking about the death and the poisoning of black people in St. Louis, I probably will snap and I probably will snap long. So, let's keep that understood. Tonight, we're going to be talking about the United States Army poisoning St. Louis intentionally and how they did it. And this is reminiscent of, you're going to notice in this documentary tonight, the things we're going to talk about is that these are the things that happen in lots of black communities. I remember coming up in the South and, they would have the mosquito trucks. They told you there were mosquito trucks. And I was like, why none of the mosquitoes ever dying, right? We still got mosquito problems. And you come through here, you go through communities spraying, and the mosquitoes are like hyper. So we're not lessen. So we're going to talk about that. I'm Robert. We're going to talk about that tonight. Um, and I'm going to give you background. But before we get there, you all know, I don't know the drill. It's that time. The promo top. Let's get it.
Conversations with TNathan delves into the stories of activists, scholars, and everyday heroes who have fought to continue the fight for justice in equality, and liberation. Not only will he educate and inform, but also empowers listeners to become active participants in the ongoing fight for justice. Every night at 11 Eastern on the GCPR network.
And welcome to Conversations with TNathan. It is 11 o'clock Eastern Time, 2 o'clock Central Standard Time, and this is the conversation. I'm TNathan. Like it alone. Also, before we start, I wanted to give a shout out to Washington D.C. You all are in need of a new mayor. Washington D.C. You all are in need of a new mayor because your mayor is complicit in the National Guard being in your city as she structures. Uh, a, Listen, all I can think of when I was hearing her speak about how they're going to work, they want to set up this command post where the National Guard and local law enforcement are working together, and I'm like, I now I have to deal with people that are being deputized as law enforcement officials that don't know anything about being a law enforcement individual, coupled with those who do know and how to get around. I am telling you all, DC, y'all need a new mayor. Y'all need a whole new mayor. It's a shame all these black women out here that are fighting the system tooth and nail, like Jasmine Crockett and Summer Lee, and we have the mayor of Washington D.C. being complicit in the National Guard not being run out of D.C. And I understand there's a difference because D.C. is a federalized, but you don't welcome them. Almost in almost every story, D.C. falls for every one of them. Every one of them. DC falls. In every alien attack movie, who they destroy, and a good reason. They target the White House in DC. Yeah, and this case, yeah, Escape from Alcatraz, Escape from Los Angeles started with the fall of DC. You know the movie side. That's it. But it's to see that this black woman in Chocolate City is complacent and complicit in this. Um, Also, for those who don't know, we have No Kings in October. We will be having another nationwide protest. So we are getting that in the final stages. So if I don't have enough planned for September, now going into October, we're getting planning out the way also. So we will be there, and I will most likely be in Kansas City, St. Louis, um, or Washington, D.C. One of the three. I want to be in Washington, D.C. I really want to be in D.C., but I'm afraid uh, anywhere near that kind of deal. I'll be in a federal detention facility in Washington, D.C. My birthday month also is October is my birthday month also. Scorpios are in the house. So that is what you might do something. You're right. So let's get into it. And remember, please do me the respect of knowing that this is not going to be jokey joke night. This is going to be we're going to discuss something serious. And I'm going to give you the intro to it. Elizabeth Vargas did an opening, and that's one of the reasons. Like I didn't know people didn't know about this because they kept hitting me up, and I was like, "There's a documentary on this," so I went and found the documentary, and we're gonna watch the documentary, and of course, I'm gonna give you running commentary. I already told when Reese comes in, let her know I told DJ we're going to be running long tonight because I've never been able to show a documentary without running commentary. So DJ already knows we're going to be running long tonight, and let me give you the intro that Elizabeth Vargas gave us. Um, and I'm gonna use her intro because look at me, look at her. I'm gonna use her intro, and then we're gonna go in and talk about Target.
Now to a News Nation exclusive investigation into a secret government.
This is I'm using it, but I kind of dislike because when it starts a secret. No, we have been known this for a while. That's why I'm playing the documentary because the documentary came out in 2001, but it was put together over years and the families that they talked to, and we're gonna get into it. I'm trying not to do commentary on this, but I just wanted to know. Yeah, that's probably.
Experiment that was carried out in St. Louis. Residents tell us they still remember a mysterious fog. Children would run through it. Mothers would try and close their windows against it. For decades, they all had questions, and now we're seeking answers. The United States Army now admits that it sprayed a chemical that contained cadmium, a known carcinogen, on a neighborhood of more than 10,000 people. Critics say this was done with no warning and no consent. Well, tonight we return to the site of that demolished neighborhood.
And I want you to notice this neighborhood we're talking to is you can tell it's predominantly black, like 98% black that they chose these experiments on. And it's there are other things that we have watched our country do to poor and predominantly black and brown neighborhoods and poor white people. That's why I don't understand why you all side with this administration in their efforts to continue this, right? But this is our country's history. And I didn't have to go back to Tuskegee. I didn't have to go back to slavery. I only had to go back to the 50s and 60s. And these this is the thing. These people, some of these people are still alive.
Speak with former residents
Yes, you're gonna have to do exercises. And these are the former residents. Just watch what you notice.
who believe the government turned them into human test subjects. Although the Army admits that the test happened, it is
Listen to
not
this.
admitted to harming the residents.
The Army acknowledges that they did these tests with zinc cadmium. But of course, the known carcinogenic, we wouldn't try and do any harm.
News Nation's Natasha Zubez investigates what was in the fog and why the truth may still be buried.
The fog drifted through the streets like a ghost.
That's exactly what it looked like, a thick fog.
It was summertime and it was hot. We would just run through it as fast as we could and try to just cool ourselves off. It stuck to you.
The spray was so foul as far as the odor. It made some of us have headaches, nausea, dizziness.
That's what I remember. It made me sick.
It wasn't the weather. It was an eerie smoke descending from rooftops, rolling from the backs of trucks.
Regular flatbed truck, but it had a big machine on the back. And it had a big nozzle that really sprayed a fog you couldn't even see through. It was that thick. And it really, we felt it as it would adhere to our skin. And as far as the guys on top of the buildings, they tried to portray them to us as maintenance workers. But we was like, what is a maintenance worker doing? And basically a hazmat suit. And they had masks and goggles.
In the 1950s and 60s, in secret, the U.S. Army sprayed zinc cadmium sulfide into the air of a St. Louis housing project, a largely black neighborhood called Pruitt-Igoe.
It was a lose-lose.
All right. So that is the background that we'll be talking about tonight. And Pruitt-Igoe has been torn down. And I think when I go to St. Louis, I will go out to the site of Topical and take some video and talk about this even more. But yeah, I wanted to get, like I said, I have this documentary that I want to get to, and it's called Target St. Louis. And damn, what happened? Hold tight. It's called Target St. Louis, and yeah, we're gonna watch it. All right, and it's gonna be running commentary. So get yourself together. Get yourself together for my running commentary, and this path. Oh, I'm probably going to. I don't know. Jay, Jay, you still in here? This was and is so sad. Yeah, Jay, you still in here? Go check out. Go check out what's going on the YouTube page. Make sure it's still up. And I'm wondering how they're gonna take this. I might have to shut down YouTube because don't want to have another copyright violation. But the documentary we're about to watch is called Target St. Louis, right? And trust me, any questions you all have during the watching of it, I don't need I don't have any problem stopping and giving more commentary, insight. Because, like I said, I couldn't believe that people didn't know about this. Because this is the thing. Like I said, the government has acknowledged that this was a thing. Um, Lord, get your ass out of here. I don't even know who these weird ass people are. He talking to me. Anyway, we're going to cut that off. I'm going to YouTube. Fuck it. We're gonna try. We're gonna try to ride out whatever YouTube doesn't like. They'll take down. I guess I'll get a warning. Let's get it. Target St. Louis. Turn some sound on here.
This next story is so unbelievable, we didn't think it could possibly be true.
I live in the area east of Port Igor, about 5 or 6 blocks.
We all grew up pretty much around my grandmother.
And you'll see these are the people that are in the story. Now, this is, like I said, this is older. My nephew's here. He's from St. Louis, so a lot of this will ring true to him, even though he wasn't born at the time. But I was 6, 7. But this is what happened. And like I said, when we go out to St. Louis, I plan to go by this area of Point Igor and take some pictures. But you will see how it looks today. Yeah.
And we all were in that area, around the Clark Street Garrison, which is